All right, this is a video I've never done before. For dogs, energy is important. I work here in Omaha, Nebraska, but I also work in LA. And when I'm in LA, there was a girl that I was interested in. I worked with a client. She lived way in the Inland Empire. I'm in Santa Monica, so it's a long distance. She had to be pretty amazing for me to be willing to date her because I have to expend a lot of energy or fuel to get back and forth. It's very, so if she is really special, she was worth it. In this case, we didn't get to that point. But for dogs, it's the same sort of principle applies. You're just going to stick your nose right into my dog tree's neck. So if the dog jumps up on me and I back away or defer, leaders don't defer to followers. And I just watched one of the dogs jump up on the guardian. She backed or deferred. And that's a small thing. But if the dog is in my way, if Gracie is right here in front of me and I want her to walk this way and I walk around her, I'm expending extra energy deviating from the easiest path. So what I'd like you guys to get in the habit of doing is walk through the dogs. Now if the dog's asleep or not paying attention, I'm not going to wake it up and get out of my way. That's being rude. But if the dog's in my way, and I always walk through and take the straight line, we're teaching the dog a choreography. When the human's coming as a follower, yes, I know, I'll give you one in a second. But my job as a follower is to get out of the human's way. And that helps me identify I'm burning extra energy to move away from the human. That signifies the human has more authority than I do. So we want to make sure we get in a habit of not walking around the dog, walking through the dog. This will be helpful, especially because we have a little one. We want the dogs to learn our job is to defer and move away as opposed to the humans doing that for us. Get it on the same tip. Let's say that I tell one of the dogs to sit. This is great, I have an audience.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're sitting.
If I tell one of them to sit, I lost my train of thought temporarily. It'll come right back to me. But if I tell the dogs to sit and they don't sit, instead they go grab that rubber ducky and lay down on the floor and start chewing on it, and I just it's not a big deal. I just go back to watching TV. Well, I'm illustrating to the dogs that listening to me is not important because if you don't do what I ask, there's no consequences. There's nothing bad happens, so do whatever you want. So what I would do is if I tell one of the dogs to sit and it doesn't sit, get up and follow it. Don't do it angrily. And don't repeat the command word multiple times. Now, if the dog goes around a table, I might move the chairs around me to prevent them from doing a loop. That's kind of messing with you a little bit. If they eventually go behind a door, or you have a baby gate or something you can put that up behind you, and eventually they're going to find themselves kind of cornered. Now, a cornered animal is a dangerous animal, which is why we're not doing this aggressively. Think of yourself like a zombie or a mummy. You're not fast, but you're unrelenting. And eventually the dog kind of finds itself cornered and it doesn't know what to do. Then I bark out the original order or a sit if the original order was inappropriate. If I said come, dog didn't come and I followed around, it's not going to come to me at that point. If I say sit, I'm giving her a treat now because she's been patient. But at that point, I would not pet the dog. I would just turn around and walk away. The dog needs to understand that I am willing to stop what I'm doing and burn the energy to follow through and get my way. Now again, if you are consistent with this for about 2 to 3 weeks, the dog's like, man, I better do what she wants. Otherwise, I'm going to guarantee do it. Either I'm doing it now or I'm doing it later, but I will guarantee do it. And I'm not going to be able to do anything in between because the human is willing to stop what they're doing and follow through to tell me that this is important. So following through is a great way to show the dog that you're going to burn your energy to get your way. And after a while, the dog will start doing it right away because I know I'm going to do it sooner or later. I'll just do it now and then I can go back to chewing on this bully stick. So this is my first time of ever doing a video about how important considering energy is when it comes to dog behavior.